browsing down the aisles of Walmart, you know, preparing for my apocalypse shopping as everybody else was doing because of the coronavirus, I came across this makeup collection and I was like, well, whatever money I'm not spending on food, I guess I could spend on this. So here I have the Bretman Rock Wet n Wild collection. Now I pretty much have everything. Look, missing something currently. So I basically have everything in from the collection besides the mascara and 2 of the lip glosses, just because I just didn't feel like I needed all 3 of them. But here I have the eyeshadow palette. I have 1 of the lip glosses. This one is the one that most appealed to me. This is the one in Fearless. I got the loose highlighting powder duo, the face mist, and then also the 3 brushes. So instead of wasting my life away binge watching an Itaewon class, I'm gonna just go ahead and review these products. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started by doing my eyebrows off camera, and then we can get into this palette. So this is the palette. It has 15 shades in the palette, and it retails about $15, rounding it up. It was like 14 something when I bought it, so $15. And to get a palette that has 15 shades in it like this for $15, that's pretty good. I mean, but it's Wet n Wild. Now I'm gonna let y'all know I'm nervous. I've tried Wet n Wild eyeshadows before, and like, I'm really not trying to play myself right now. Like, I'm really not trying to play myself. But I feel like since they have such a big name like Bretman Rock, and, you know, I feel like they wouldn't try and do anything to tarnish it. Especially since Bretman Rock is just chill, unproblematic. He just be hanging out here, not trying to do nothing. And I kind of want to play in both the greens and the pinks, like a Cosmo and Wanda type of ordeal. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the shade Anaconda. That's cute, and I'm pretty much going to blow that all over my crease. I can use this also as an opportunity to use one of his brushes. This is the like fluffy brush. It doesn't really have like, what does it say? It's just eyeshadow precision blending brush. I want to use this to blow out this Anaconda shade all over my eye. So I just kind of wanna so far as the shade goes, I can say I'm very impressed with it so far, because I haven't seen it like oxidize onto my skin, and that's a really big thing for me when it comes to colors like green especially, or even just brighter colors in general. I also think that the brush is really great. Like, it's soft, it's really getting into that like crease area, but it's not so precise that it's not allowing me to blend. So but now I'm gonna dip into that shade Venomous, and I'm just going to be using that to darken my crease and also my outer corner. Okay, we're liking this, we're liking this. The colors seem to be blending well together. I'm not having any issues blending it. I also don't see any instances of patchiness, like, and I'm really looking into my mirror. I don't see anything patchy happening on my eyelids, so that's also impressive. Everything seems to be working out so well, yay! I kind of want to do a cut crease. I haven't done a cut crease in a while. Feel like I should do a cut crease. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna cut my crease. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Morphe concealer. This is the same concealer that I use to prime my eyelids. And I'm gonna go ahead and sort of carve out my crease. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna carve out my crease. Thank the Lord. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take the flat brush, and I actually am gonna dig into Big Peacock Energy Cute. I enjoy these names. I'm gonna dig into Big Peacock Energy, and I'm gonna start on the center and in the like center third. I don't know how to describe it, but start in the center and work my way in slightly. Ooh. I'm sorry, but do y'all see this? And I haven't even I didn't wet this brush like at all. Did not wet this brush. Oh, I'm really, I did not wet this brush at all. Like, do you see that? And because I want to add a little bit of that yellow, just because it's been calling my name, King of the Jungle, I'm going to apply that on the center and then also blend it in with Big Peacock Energy. Wow, the yellow color is like the same too. We love pigment. Eye number 1, done. Let's move on to the next eye. There is some kickback in the pan. That don't really bother me. If it does, then beware, but if it doesn't, you'll be fine. I'm gonna take Flaming Hoe. Is this flaming? It's supposed to be Flamingo. I like the names of these palettes. I like the names of these shadows. I really do. I'm just gonna go ahead and obviously use a different brush because one of them has green all over it. So I'm gonna use a different brush to apply Flaming Hoe into my crease on the other side. I'm really coming here to give you Cosmo and Wanda vibes. You know, back when that show was good. I will say this color, at least, it's not as bright as I thought it was, but even in the pan it doesn't look that bright, but I still like it nonetheless. Now they don't have a darker pink, but I will be using this darker purple, which is Feline Myself. I really enjoy these names. I'm gonna go ahead and take Feline Myself and go ahead and put that in my crease and blend it out. I feel like the shade comes off more like pink on the eye, if that makes any sense. That's kind of crazy, but that's probably just because, you know, mixing it with the pink shadow, and this is a shade that has a bit of a pink undertone to it as well. I'm gonna go ahead and again cut my crease on this eye so we can move forward. Okay, I'm gonna still take the same flat brush and I'm gonna go into Liar and Cheetah, but I'm gonna go into that shade and basically doing the same thing that I did with Big Peacock Energy. Now this one shade, I would at least say isn't giving me as much of a wow factor as Big Peacock Energy was, but I still think it's okay. I still think it's okay. Like, it's not, I don't think it's going on as pigmented or as smooth, but it's definitely a shade that you can still work with. So now I'm gonna go to the shade Prowl and again do the same thing that I did with King of the Jungle and just make sure that these two meet and blend in the middle. I am gonna say that Prowl again isn't like Big Peacock Energy and King of the Jungle, but even when you're looking in the pan, they kind of look like they're formulated just a little bit differently. But again, this is still a very workable shade. I don't know why, but like this color combination is kind of reminding me of Pink Lemonade just a little bit. All right, so now that I pretty much have my lids done, I'm not gonna add any type of eyeliner. I'm going to go ahead, put on some lashes, put on my base makeup, and we can move on to the rest of these products. Also, just a little mention, I did use this, the Jungle Rock spray, the 3-in-1 face mist. It says that you could use it for like prepping, what does it say? Prep, set, and refresh. It did worry me because as you can see, like this liquid is like cloudy, but if you look further into it, it's very sparkly. So it's very sparkly. So I was thinking, oh gosh, is this gonna be like a shimmery type of body mist? And I used it before I put on my primer, and I also used it to like wet my sponge a little bit to help with my cream products on my face. And so far so good. All right, moving in to the second to last item that I have not touched yet. It is the highlighting duo. I don't really have much experience with using loose highlighters, and this is in Liger? What? One is more of a pinky shade, whereas the other one is kind of more cool tone. I think I'm gonna go for that one. This is how, you know, it doesn't get everywhere. It's like you can open it and close it. That's cute. I'm gonna tap a little bit into the cap. Now I'm also going to be using his highlighting brush. And this I'm a bit nervous about because this is very sort of like large almost. And I use this is like an old Sigma blending brush. And as you can see, like the size difference between the two. But you know, we given it a try. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of this loose highlighter. Tap off the, tapping off the excess. Literally just tapped pretty much all of it off my brush. Okay, so this is definitely looks like more of a whiter, brighter highlighter. I definitely think that pinker one will be much better suited for darker skin tones. I mean, I still enjoy like a bright highlight, but you know, there's a fine line between some of the highlighters being like bright and ashy. You get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying if you got dark skin, like, you know what I'm saying. So the brush, I like the brush. This is nice. I'm gonna quickly kind of swatch the pinker one. So it's not necessarily pinker. No, yes it is. Okay, but it has like the iridescence of some, it has the iridescence of at least something, excuse the like swatches on my hand, but it has like the iridescence of gold. So it's it's not just pink. Just on top, see if that makes, well, it definitely looks like it's turning it a little bit more pink. But I think I like that a lot more than just the stark whiteness of the first highlighter I used. But this one, though, this side seems a lot more glittery than the other side. Like, this one seems more like a glitter highlighter, whereas the other highlighter seemed a lot more smoother. So this one seems a little bit more chunky in nature. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, before I spray the spray on my face, I want to finish my eyes. Not really doing anything special. I am just going to take Flaming Hoe, and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line, and then a mixture, well, actually I'm going to take a mixture of Flaming Hoe and Feline myself on my lower lash line for the pink eye, and then Anaconda and Venomous for the green eye. And then just for a little something on the inner corners, Don't Be Lying on both eyes. I did notice the smell before. I don't know why I'm acting like really surprised. I guess because I'm spraying it a lot more heavily now, but it smells really good, like a vanilla-y type scent. I'm gonna use the NYX matte lip liner in Downtown Beauty first. Then I'm going to apply the e.l.f. liquid matte lipstick in the shade Coffee. And then on top, to add gloss, more dimension, so I don't look so flat, my lips don't look so flat, I'm going to apply the lip gloss in Fearless. So now that I have transformed back into my final form and put on a, you know, happier top than just a sweatshirt, I'm ready to give you my final thoughts on the Bretman Rock X Wet n Wild collection. So starting off with the palette, I think this palette is amazing. Like, I think it's really amazing. I'm not gonna lie though, I was scared. A girl was nervous because really my only introduction to Wet n Wild eyeshadows, you know, were those little palette eyeshadow things that they had that everybody and their mama was using for the $20 makeup challenge. Like, y'all remember, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I was very scared to use this palette, but she done showed up and showed out, and so I gotta give her props. I mean, come on now, look at my eyes. Like, you can't say I'm not stunting on these hoes. You cannot. Spray. I'll move on to the spray. That's what we'll move on to next. I think the spray is good. It smells very nicely. I don't think I've ever encountered a setting spray that smells like this good. Like, this smells like vanilla. I was a little worried because, as you can see, it is cloudy. It has like shimmering flakes or whatever in there, but I did spray it on the back of my hand, and you really can't see anything. Like, if you look really closely, yes, but I think it's more gonna give you a glow than it is, you know, like a body shimmer. Moving on to the Duo highlighter, and I have a love-hate relationship with this. So, being dark skin, I really have to be aware of the types of highlighters that I use. So I would say, in combination, these two look good. Like, as you can see, I feel like in combination they look bomb together. But I don't, at least for like dark skin, like really chocolate girls, this, like, the brighter shade out of the two, she wasn't doing it for me. It seemed really icy and really ashy when I put it on, and I didn't like it. But luckily, the other side of the highlighter, she evened it. I just looked, and they both have like individual names. I'm pretty sure Bronze Tigress is the darker one and Gold Lioness is the lighter one. But I would say, at least for dark skin girls, be wary about using the golden shade, the more like golden shade by itself, just because it can look ashy. I'll quickly move on to the brushes because I have a few things to say, like quick things. But look at them, they look so cute. They basically go from a pink gradient into a gold. I've used Wet n Wild brushes before. I'm not surprised at the consistency of these brushes. These aren't like, you know, oh my gosh, Wet n Wild, these are crazy. You know, it's not like that. I'm not surprised by the quality of brushes that they have. I use them well. They did their job, they did their thing. It wasn't hard for me to apply the eyeshadows or the highlighter. End of the day, what I'm saying about these brushes is that they're good, they're really nice and soft, and they're very affordable. And then last but certainly not least, the gloss. Now, it did come with 3 glosses, but I only got the one just because this was the only one that I really was interested in. I mean, my lips is popping. What? Honestly, Wet n Wild, Bretman Rock, y'all hit it out of the park. I can pretty much say, give or take the highlighter, that I loved everything about this collection. Like, it's so good. Like, it's really so good. Like, this collection's great. I think it's really, I think this collection is great. You know, sometimes Wet n Wild can definitely be a hit or miss, especially for me. Wet n Wild is, I either like it, like really like it, or I really don't like it. And I genuinely think that all of this stuff I really like. I think it's a beautiful collection, especially all of these colors. I love a colorful eyeshadow palette. If you used to them neutrals, this ain't for you, sis. But if you want to experiment with color, or you love experimenting with color, this palette for you. Pigmentation on 10. I think my eyes turned out beautifully. I think my skin turned out beautifully. Like, the setting spray added a little bit of a glow because it has a little bit of specks of sparkle, a little bit. The lip gloss looks great. The highlighter looks great. I just think this collection is bomb. Oh, also, brush is bomb, but I mean, were we surprised here? But I definitely think that I can give this collection my stamp of approval. Like, go out and try it. It is so beautiful. Like, I love it. There's none more I can say. There's nothing more I can say. Nothing at all. Alright guys, so I hope you've enjoyed me giving my review on the Bretman Rock X Wet n Wild collection. I think the collection is beautiful and that you should definitely go out there and try it. Let me know, like, have you tried the collection? What did you think about it? Like, put it down in the comments. We can a kiki in the comments. But alright guys, just remember to please like, share, comment, and especially hit that subscribe button. And also remember, when we comment, we want to bring people up and not bring people down. Bye.